So we are here with Derek, and Derek has one of the most intriguing backgrounds of any person that I've ever met in my entire life. And he's about to tell a really fascinating story. Let's hear it, Derek.
Thanks, Tracy. We were talking about what makes a great commercial agent and what makes a good agent, and some of the background and some of the, levels of commitment that you're showing, but also, some of the skill sets that you develop over time and maybe previous jobs and things like that. So I was sharing with you about how when I got hired on with MetLife as a captive agent in the insurance business and had just gotten my Series 6 and 63 license and did all that, that my boss, one of the first things he did on day one, gave me a styrofoam cup with 100 pennies in it. And so the 100 pennies were poured out on my desk in the morning, and I was to make 100 cold calls to decision makers. So if they weren't the decision makers, the penny didn't go in the cup. So I learned how to block my time, and it was very, very effective. And so I would spend, maybe making 30, 40 phone calls in the morning, first thing starting at 9. And then I would have some scheduled appointments, maybe during the middle of the day, 11, 12, 1, 2, and then I'd come back in the afternoon or evening and finish up those phone calls. So I didn't go home until I made those 100 phone calls to decision makers. So it might be 8 or 9 o'clock at night when I'm still making phone calls, and I always kept to that. So I never went home without all 100 pennies and spoke to 100 decision makers a day. So and that made me very successful. Was a salesman of the quarter, salesman of the year for MetLife in the Kissimmee office where I worked in just south of Orlando. So, but that was many years ago. But you know what? Those things really helped make me successful in a lot of different industries I've been in. So
That's a life-changing story. So if I'm hearing you correctly, picking up the phone and calling decision makers actually leads to making money. Is that what you're saying, Derek?
100%. If you're not talking to decision makers, yeah, why do you bother wasting your time, right? So that was the first sentence out of my mouth is, are you the person that makes the decisions for the family? What happens in the event of catastrophic health problem with somebody or whatever my spiel was at the time.
Wow. Thanks for sharing that story, Derek. That's going to help a lot of real estate agents, let me tell you. A lot of people in general. Yeah.